budget-friendly homeschooling. How is it possible? Hey everybody, it's Megan and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sitting in a little tiny itsy bitsy chair right in front of all of Liam's school stuff because I'm going to show you guys how you can do preschool, which is all that I'm doing, but I'm sure it can go on with ages. How it can be budget friendly. Now my son will be going to preschool. I'm just kind of preschool is what I'm doing for homeschooling. So we're working on letters and numbers and just getting him used to the whole idea before he's thrown into the whole school mix. So I have his little, all of his stuff right here. I have his little like work table and chairs, and this is his school area. So I wanted to show you what tools we use to learn all of the numbers, letters, and all that fun stuff, and how it's budget friendly, how I have done it on a budget. Now I don't have an exact number for you guys, but this is just kind of the cheap way of getting homeschool stuff. Now I am not talking curriculum, I'm not talking about anything in particular. We're just trying things out and seeing what works with Liam right now because he's not officially in school yet. He needed to be potty trained and he's good and potty trained now, and he is almost 3.5. So he's still a little guy, but he knows a lot. So let's jump into all the fun school stuff. Here is pretty much the gist of everything set out. So I will start on this side, kind of work our way around and show you all the things that I use for Liam's homeschooling. So as you can notice, there are a lot of workbooks because I find that he actually does really well with that. So what I did was I took a couple of different workbooks and I broke them apart into little packets. So I will grab a packet and pretty much just go through it all. So this one says orange. You can find lots of different workbooks for good prices. And so we go through the color purple. He likes a mixture of a lot of different things, so that's why workbooks are really good for him. He kind of gets bored with the same thing over and over again. So we got like Mr. Potato Head, little mazes, and it works with colors and numbers, and he really enjoys this. We haven't worked on actually writing numbers yet, but we will eventually get to that. So we kind of just pick up a packet and go with it for that day. And sometimes he likes to do maybe a couple packets, but usually one packet like this will get him through for the whole day's work. And like you can see, this is only like 2 or 3 workbooks put together into a bunch of different sheets. Then I have some mess-free paper, which is amazing. This works for both boys. I just have the magic markers, and he is able to color, and I ask him to maybe draw a flower or something like that, and this mess-free paper is amazing. Another cool thing is this paint with water. I got this in the dollar spot at Target, I believe, and I remember doing this when I was little, but you just take a little paintbrush with water and you're able to go work on colors and just work on hand-eye coordination, and he really thinks that's kind of cool. Then over here, I made these. You can also find them, I think, on different websites, but he is learning how to match shapes, and then we work on the word that is actual, like the word rectangle, and he finds the rectangle. And I just put these in these little like laminated pouches, and then they'll go into his binder. So we have shapes and then we have colors. So right now we're working on just matching. He can match the color like this circle to the green circle that's on the page. Next we will work on the actual word itself. So they're all going to be white, but they're going to say the name like white, yellow, red, so you can learn the word that matches with the color. And I just made this on a simple document. Some of the other workbooks that I have are these ones. I mean, it's just simple. Anywhere I can find a deal. This one was only $2 at clearance at Target, and like I said, he loves doing these, and the ones that he's not ready for, we just skip them and we keep them and we'll go to them next. But recently at Toys R Us, because they're having a liquidation sale, I got these. They were normally $3.49, and they were an additional 20% off. So I think it's always good to have different ones with different skills so that he can learn. He has learned really well from doing workbooks. Since I am not a teacher, these actually work really well, and he is going to go to school. This is just to get him ready for preschool. So these are awesome, and he really enjoys all the different characters. So we have plenty of them that he probably will not all use. I can save some for Nolan. And highly suggest flashcards. Now we have tons of different kinds of flashcards. These ones are really nice because I was able to print them out and cut them out, and then he can learn all of the different types of weather. He really enjoys this one. So we can match up summer with hot and partly cloudy and blizzards with snow, and he just does really well with these. I will leave all the links down below of where I found these, but you can also make these yourself. It wouldn't be very hard to do that in a document. Another thing that we work on is different words. Now, he isn't necessarily learning to read, but we're working on the sounding out of a word, and he actually can distinguish some of them. So we have all different kinds, and what I do is I take a piece of paper, simple, I just write with a Sharpie the word that I want him to learn, and I just have all, as you can see, all different kinds. He does now recognize cat, he can recognize rat, so we just work on all different types of words so he can learn how to spell them out, and he does try. So he is learning from these. I will say that this is repetition. With pretty much anything with a child is repetition, but he can now say dad, but we've been working on it for a really long time. So he is doing really good with these. And another thing that I have made is this little number sheet. So in one of those little pocket protector things, I have 1 through 13 on one side, and then I have 14 through 20 on the other side. So he is able to see the number, we're able to count. We do many different activities with this. He can take like a little pom-pom, and I tell him put it on number 6. He finds number 6, puts it on there. So this is something easy that you can make, and I mean, as long as you have a computer and a printer, you're good. Along with workbooks, I have found different websites where I can print things out for free. Now, some things you have to pay for, but others are free. Or you can find, like, you can find many different resources. So this one's good. He just does counting, and he can count the number of chicks, find the number, and he does really, really well with these. And then sometimes I'll have him color it. I mean, you can have little bunny mazes. He really enjoys these mazes now. And his new thing we're trying to learn on is tracing. So I have found lots of different pictures and different things I can print out. Since I'm not selling this, I mean, they're on the internet for free if you just have to look. So he's able to trace, which is awesome. You can sign up for different websites and stuff that can give you things for free, but you do have to pay. But keep looking and you will find stuff for free. Once again, I will leave all of the links down below, but this is one where I found some really good worksheets where it's a letter. Then you're working on all the different objects that go along with that letter. You can have them color it. I mean, there are so many different types of things. This is another one that we really love. It worked with shapes and colors. He is awesome with shapes and colors now. So you just have the shape, you have the color that you're going to color it, and then they color all the different shapes, those colors. So this one worked really well for him, and so now he knows almost all of his shapes really well. I found that when working with the alphabet, he liked this option better. It is a poster board from the dollar store, letters from the dollar store, and a pointer from the dollar store. So he is able to sit at his table and I can point to the letter and he says A, B, C. And so we go all the way through. I can just point to one letter, and he really enjoys this setup better than like a piece of paper going off of, because it is fun and big and he really enjoys it. There you guys go. That is a look at what we use for Liam. Now, if you would like to see more in depth, like him actually learning and him doing the type of activities, I can try to do that. Sometimes he's not very cooperative when it comes to being filmed because he is 3.5. But yeah, that's kind of the gist of what we use. Now there are more things that I use that I didn't show, just like little things, so I can do more of an in-depth one if you would like. But I will leave all the links down below so you guys can go check out all the other resources that I have found that are either you do pay for or are free. And you can also do a lot of stuff yourself. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little look at our homeschool resources, tools. You can do homeschool on a budget. Like I said, he's only in preschool. But yeah, we'll see what the future holds for us. I hope you guys have an amazing day. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and the little bell next to it. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.